It's time for the championship round for Civics Bowl 2024. We started with 10 area high school teams competing for the chance to bring home the trophy and bragging rights for Civics Bowl 2024. Now the final two face off.
Civics Bowl is made possible by Eastern Washington University, the Avista Foundation, the League of Women Voters of the Spokane area and of Washington, and by viewers like you.
Hello, I'm your host and President and General Manager of KSPS, Gary Stokes. Ahead, 4 rounds of tough questions and a chance for you to see if you can compete with these students. Here's a look at the bracket. Tonight, Ridgeline against North Central. Let's meet the Ridgeline players.
Hi, I'm Paige.
I'm Xander.
I'm Parker.
I'm Jeshen.
And we also want to welcome Ridgeline's alternate, Lucas Bulkley, as well as our coaches, Brittany Bergman and Suzanne Smith. And now, North Central.
Hi, I'm Tommy.
Hi, I'm Ezra.
Hi, I'm Sam.
Hi, I'm Callie.
And in the audience, we have alternate Sammy Mazurak, as well as Coach John Knight. Up first, the toss-up round. We provided teams with rules, and there's a copy for those watching at home online at KSPS. In a nutshell, I'll ask a toss-up question to all players. Only after I finish can a student buzz in with an answer. The right answer means the winning team gets a bonus question. You are encouraged to collaborate with your teammates only on the bonus questions. Teams, are you ready? Let's go. How much tea was dumped into Boston Harbor during the Boston Tea Party? A, 5,000 pounds, B, 50,000 pounds, C, 60,000 pounds, or D, 90,000 pounds? Tommy?
D, 90,000 pounds.
That is correct, and here's your bonus. The name gerrymandering originated from the actions of Elbridge Gerry, then governor of Massachusetts and soon to be vice president of the United States. In 1812, he signed a bill to allow redistricting in the state for political gain, and people said the new lines looked like what animal?
Salamander.
That is correct. The Boston Gazette added the governor's last name, Gerry, to the word salamander, thus gerrymandering was born. Here's your toss-up. Since 1852, the U.S. Capitol has been used as a place to pay tribute to the nation's most distinguished citizens. Who was the first woman to lie in honor at the U.S. Capitol? Paige?
Rosa Parks.
That is correct, and here's your bonus. Which female lawyer worked for equal rights and suffrage, co-founded the ACLU in 1910, and helped write the Equal Rights Amendment? You can see her picture on the monitor.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
Crystal Eastman, who is known as the ACLU's founding mother. Eastman was a labor lawyer, suffragist, socialist, and journalist. Toss up, both teams. What is the longest article of the U.S. Constitution? Xander?
Article 1.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What is the purpose of Article 1?
Outlines the powers of the legislative branch.
That is correct. Toss up, both teams. Who was the first Asian American to become a member of the president's cabinet? Jeshen?
Kamala Harris.
Incorrect. Norm Mineta first served as the U.S. Secretary of Commerce in President Clinton's administration and later was Secretary of Transportation for George Bush. Here's your next toss-up. When did the first African American serve in Congress? 1870, 1954, 1964, 1901. Tommy?
B, 1954.
That is incorrect. Ridgeline?
C, 1964.
That is incorrect. 1870. 1870. Here's your toss-up. What is the primary way to end a filibuster? Paige?
Cloter.
That is correct. And here's your bonus. When did the rules change in the U.S. House preventing unlimited debate?
2002. 2002.
That is incorrect. A permanent rule limiting debate in the U.S. House was approved in 1842. Here's your toss-up, both teams. What is the significance of the case Marbury versus Madison, 1803, in relation to the Constitution? Ezra?
Established judicial review.
That is correct. And here's your bonus. Who am I? My picture is on the monitor. I signed the U.S. Constitution, became a U.S. Senator representing New York, but failed to win the Federalist Party's nomination for president. Eventually, I was appointed minister to England in 1824.
John Jay.
Rufus King. Rufus King. Here, toss up both teams. There are 3 ways to submit proposed legislation to the state legislature in Olympia. One is called an initiative to the people. What is that? Tommy?
It's where the people outline a law that they want to have on the ballot or to be considered.
That is correct, and here's your bonus. As a bonus, another method is called an initiative to the legislature. Please explain.
When the people petition to propose a law to the legislature that they want on the ballot.
That is correct. Toss up both teams. What does tribal sovereignty mean? Paige.
Means that Native American tribes are independent nations.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. When the federal government signed treaties with Indian nations within Washington state, what specific words were included to describe where Native Americans were permitted to hunt, fish, and gather?
Tribal lands.
That is incorrect. In all their usual and accustomed places. And that wraps up that round. Let's go. Good job, everybody. We are on our way. We'll be back in a moment to get to know the players and play the head-to-head round.
Here's important news for high school seniors. We all know the legal age to vote is 18. But in Washington state, 17-year-olds can vote in the August primary as long as they'll turn 18 before the November general election. High school seniors, that means if you're 18 or will turn 18 before the November election, it's time to register to vote. Only registered voters receive a ballot. To learn more, visit votewa.gov.
We'd like to take a moment to get to know our players and their schools a little bit better. We've asked each school to produce a video for Civics Bowl. Here's Ridgeline.
We are Ridgeline High School here in Liberty Lake, Washington, home of the Falcons.
Here at Ridgeline, we help every student grow big, belong, inspire, and grow.
Our Falcons soar high, achieving excellence across academics, arts, and athletics. These trophies aren't just medal and ribbon, they're a testament to our relentless spirit and dedication.
Here at Ridgeline, it's not just about the academics or the athletics. It's about the community we build, the friendships we make, and the leaders that we become.
Talents up, kick off!
Now it's time to hear from each of the players. Tell us your class year and your plans once you graduate. Paige.
I'm a senior, and I will be attending Brigham Young University next year to study chemical engineering.
Xander.
I'm a senior, and I'll be attending UW to study physics.
My name's Parker. I'm a senior, and I will be attending Brigham Young University to study nursing.
Nice.
I'm a senior, and I'll be attending Gonzaga University to double major in economics and biochemistry.
Very nice. And now, here's an inside peek at North Central.
North Central High School is located in the heart of Spokane, Washington. Founded in 1908, NC educates and builds the finest students in all our city to become the leaders of tomorrow. Our students are indeed Wolfpack strong. They persevere to achieve great things in the classroom and in the field of play. They respect each other and our community. They cheer loudly and proudly. They inspire each other to be the best they can be. They celebrate our traditions, but can't wait for the future. They discover amazing new things. They are a family. They are a pack. The strength of the wolf is truly in the pack at North Central High School.
Now, same question to our friends at North Central. Tommy?
Hi, my name is Tommy, and I will be attending the University of Chicago, and I'll be studying biochemistry.
Ezra?
My name is Ezra. I will be attending college to study engineering.
My name is Sam. I'm a senior. I would like to dual major in viola performance and mechanical engineering.
Kelly?
Hi, I'm Callie. I'm going to go to college to learn how to get into publishing.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thanks for being here, teams. We're going to get back to the match with the head-to-head round coming up next. But first, a thank you to the Spokane branch of the League of Women Voters. Their volunteers prepared hundreds of questions for this competition. We couldn't do this without them. Thank you for your hard work. We'll see you in a few minutes. It's time for the head-to-head round. Again, we've got the rules online so you can follow along. Here's a quick look at them. You still need to wait until I finish asking the question before you buzz in. Each right answer is worth 10, and players cannot work together to find the answer. Let's remind everyone of the score. Ridgeline 50, North Central 50. You ready? Let's go. What was one of the main actions of the First Continental Congress?
To express discontent over the Intolerable Acts.
That is correct. Next. The 13 original colonies had different types of government structure. Name 2 of the 3.
Legislative and executive.
That is incorrect.
Town council and representative.
Royal, proprietary, charter. Name one of the restrictions placed on white settlers in the Proclamation of 1763.
They couldn't cross the Appalachian Mountains.
That is correct. In 1642, 4 colonies formed the New England Federation. What was its purpose?
To band together against Native Americans.
That is correct. Next. What document declared the end of the American Revolutionary War?
I don't know. The Treaty of Paris.
That is correct. Next. How many states were needed to ratify the Constitution before it could be adopted?
9.
That is correct. Does the Constitution set a citizenship requirement for federal judges?
Yes.
No. Who was the first Asian American appointed to the Supreme Court?
Alina Kagan.
That's incorrect. There has never been an Asian American, Native Hawaiian, or Pacific Islander on the U.S. Supreme Court. Elected members of the legislative branch are protected from criminal or civil liability while performing official duties with exceptions. Name the 3 exceptions. Treason, felony, breach of the peace. Electioneering occurs when interest groups do what through political action groups?
Bribe.
Incorrect.
Donate.
Also incorrect. Help get a candidate elected. The lengthy and often confusing system for bill passage in the United States can be frustrating. However, Congress and the government as a whole were designed to make it difficult. Why?
So the government was close to the people.
That is correct. And your last question. In the 1880s, government jobs were filled by patronage. What was this system called?
Spoil system.
That is correct. And that wraps up that category. Another great round. Don't go anywhere. Up next, the students will face off in the category round.
Last week we asked you, which National Historical Park in Washington commemorates the peaceful end of the pig war crisis? Here's the answer. In 1859, the United States and Great Britain nearly went to war after an American farmer killed a pig. Before it ended, 500 U.S. Army soldiers and 3 British warships faced off on the southern shore of San Juan Island, less than 10 miles from Victoria, British Columbia. Today, visitors can stop at the San Juan Island National Historic Park to reflect on the conflict.
Welcome back. A quick correction to the score. Our judges awarded North Central points for the answer donations to a question about when interest groups electioneer. So here's a quick check of the score. North Central 100, Ridgeline 80. And now it's time for the category round. In this round, teams will answer questions from the following categories: body of the Constitution, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, notes of protest, voting trends, and your responsibility. Teams will alternate choosing a category, but you can't jump ahead from a 10-point question to one of higher value. And this time, points will be deducted for wrong answers. Again, these rules are online, and the student teams received them last fall. They can decline to answer a question. That's a way to make sure you don't lose points, and it forces the other team to answer. And you can toss the question to the other team. They have to answer, but a team can only toss 3 times. Okay, teams, let's go. And we will start with Ridgeline.
Go ahead and do body of the Constitution, please.
Take a look at your monitors. This is Jonathan Dayton, the youngest man to sign the Constitution. He went on to be elected to Congress and later served as Speaker of the House. What allegation cost him his political future in 1807?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and toss that.
Fraud.
That is incorrect. Dayton was arrested and indicted for alleged treason in connection with Aaron Burr's conspiracy to establish an independent country in the southwestern United States and parts of Mexico. He was never prosecuted, but did not regain national prominence again. We're central.
We'll do body of the Constitution for 15.
True or false, the process for nominating candidates for president is spelled out in the U.S. Constitution.
False.
That is correct. Ridgeline.
Do body of the Constitution for 20, please.
More than 11,000 amendments have been introduced in Congress. How many have gone to states to be ratified, and how many received the necessary approval to become amendments?
We're gonna go ahead and toss that.
28 have been introduced, 27 have been passed.
That is incorrect. 33 gone to states to be ratified, 27 have been approved. North Central.
Body of the Constitution for 25.
How many words are in the Constitution?
We'll toss.
No. Anyone got any good guesses? What are you feeling, Josh? You had a good guess earlier.
We're going to go 8,760.
8,760.
4,400.
What a shame.
We're done.
Do body for 30. Do body for 30.
And this wraps up the category. Patrick Henry was elected as a delegate to the Constitutional Convention. He declined. What reason did he give?
We're gonna go ahead and toss.
He didn't have any issues with the Articles of Confederation.
Henry said he would not attend because he smelt a rat. North Central.
Okay. Voting trends for 10.
What is the opposite of straight ticket voting?
Rational choice voting.
That is incorrect. Split ticket voting. Split ticket voting. Ridgeline.
We'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that for 10.
Name 2 federal government regulatory agencies established to provide a benefit or ensure the safety of the people.
FDA, FCC. SEC. Security and Exchange Commission. Okay, we have the FDA and the SEC.
That is incorrect. FDA is 1, Environmental Protection Agency, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, Federal Trade Commission, and Federal Reserve. Or Central.
I'll do voting trends for 15.
What kind of voting did all states allow during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Mail-in.
That is correct. Ridgeline.
Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that for 15.
And on your screens, the West Front expansion of the U.S. Capitol was built in the 1960s. When did the Capitol originally finish its construction? A, 1789, B, 1860, C, 1820, D, 1800.
We're gonna go with C.
1800, 1800.
Voting trends.
Voting trends for 20. Which type of colonial government structure allowed for the governor to be elected by the voting population?
We'll toss.
Okay, so there's town hall charter. I like town hall. We're gonna go town hall.
charter colonies or charter governments?
Okay, we're gonna go voting trends for 25, please.
In 1966, what body eliminated the poll tax or other tax requirements in all elections?
The Supreme Court.
That is correct. North Central.
Voting trends for 30.
Wrapping up the category, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 required some states to get a pre-clearance from the Department of Justice before enacting a new voting law. When was a pre-clearance required?
We'll decline.
When a majority of the electorate in the state did not vote. Ridgeline.
We'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. For 20, please.
Take a look at this man. He was impressed that Americans formed voluntary associations to solve community problems and take care of one another rather than relying on the government to solve problems. What was his name?
Alexis de Tocqueville.
That is correct. North Central.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
This is a multiple choice question. What document did a group of English barons force King John to sign in 1215? A, the Magna Carta, B, the Petition of Right, or C, the English Bill of Rights?
A, Magna Carta.
That is correct. Ridgeline.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Wrapping it up. Which modern day state, then a territory, did Spain cede to the United States in 1819?
Florida.
Yes, you are correct. North Central.
We'll do notes of protest for 10.
Neil Young's music was removed from what streaming service following the veteran rock star's protest over the service airing a popular podcast that featured a figure criticized for spreading COVID misinformation?
We'll toss.
Spotify. Spotify.
Correct. Ridgeline.
Let's do notes of protest for 15.
Here's local musician Bob Lawrence.
What Grammy-winning song by rapper Kendrick Lamar became the unofficial anthem of the Black Lives Matter movement?
We're gonna go ahead and decline that.
All right. All right. North Central.
Yeah. Notes of protest for 20.
In this song, singer-songwriter Pink expresses that the U.S. government has failed people and sends a message about those who feel unheard or forgotten.
I don't think they know. Toss.
We'll toss.
Razor Glass.
What about us?
Tragic. We do notes of protest for 25, please.
This Bruce Springsteen song is often confused as a patriotic anthem, but it actually addresses the hardships of Vietnam veterans upon their return home.
Born in the USA.
That is correct, and that wraps up this category. Well done. Well done. Only one round remains, the lightning round, and it's coming up next. We're just one round from learning who will take home the Civics Bowl trophy this season. But first, after a thorough review, our judges have adjusted the score. The new score is Ridgeline 120, North Central 145. Now in the lightning round, we'll put 90 seconds on the clock. The idea is to answer as many of these 20-point questions as you can in that time. No conferring, and get ready to go. Teams, are you ready? Here we go. True or false, Supreme Court appointments require only a simple majority to be confirmed by the Senate. Tommy.
True.
That is correct. What was the political party of George Washington? Paige.
Independent.
That is correct. Creative products protected by copyrights and patents, such as books, movies, music, or video games, are called what? Parker.
IP or intellectual property.
That is correct. Often called the Congressional Watchdog, this independent, nonpartisan agency investigates how the federal government spends taxpayer dollars. U.S. Government Accountability Office. How many times has the Constitution been successfully amended? Parker.
27.
That is correct. When was the last amendment added to the Constitution? Ezra?
1992.
Correct. What did the 1992 amendment to the Constitution do? Ezra?
Made it so that Congress members can't set their own pay before the next term.
That is correct. Who was the first woman to run for president of the United States?
Shirley Chisholm.
Incorrect. Victoria Claflin Woodhull. Which U.S. president signed the document posthumously restoring all citizenship rights to former Civil War General Robert E. Lee? Gerald Ford. The U.S. Constitution is partially based on something called the Great Law of Peace. Which Native American tribe used that premise in its government long before the U.S. Constitution was signed?
The Iroquois?
That is correct. One of the 50 states is spelled differently than we know it on both the U.S. Constitution and on the Liberty Bell. Which state is that?
Pennsylvania.
That is correct, and that wraps it up. Well done.
What a terrific match. Winners by just 5 points. North Central, you are the Civics Bowl champions.
After a wonderful, wonderful year, this has been an amazing group of contestants. All of you should be proud of the work you've done, and certainly for the coaches who have done such a great job of coaching you all up to get here today. In the end, it goes to North Central. There you are, sir. It is all yours. Congratulations.
The Civics Bowl is made possible by Eastern Washington University, the Avista Foundation, the League of Women Voters of the Spokane area and of Washington, and by viewers like you. If you're a regional school interested in taking part in Civics Bowl next year, we want to know. Go to ksps.org/civicsbowl to fill out our online contact form.